So I've had a lot of people ask me, and here she is, the good old Nissan hardbody. She still runs, she still lives. Actually has a fuel leak right now, but she's been just chilling in the back of the shop. Still got it. Still have the Subaru seats in there. Just a cool little work truck. But anyways, good morning. We are full paint prep right now, getting the bumpers taped off because very soon, or is it? My favorite thing in the world, we are trim painting everything. Well, almost everything. We still have the new side skirts to get, the fender flares to do, and a couple small things. But for the most part, everything's here. Door handles, we have the wiper arms hanging up here. The secondary grille we might run, door moldings, the lower bumper grill pieces, the little fins. We have the grill, center caps, and then obviously front bumper and rear bumper. So you can see just how faded all of this is. And very shortly, all this will look completely brand new, which is why trim paint is my absolute favorite thing. One day, Rust-Oleum will sponsor me. Mark my words, one day, I'm gonna have just pallets of this at the house for everything. Update, I've had everything in here drying for about an hour. Sorry it's kind of loud, but look at that. Trim looking brand new. Absolutely beautiful. My all-time favorite stuff ever. Always comes out so good. So I'm gonna let everything dry for probably another hour or so until I leave to go home. But it's all looking so good. Fresh trim with a fresh paint. It's gonna look beautiful. Another thing I wanna mention, I'm really starting to like, when I first put these smoke lights on, I liked it, but I wasn't like loving it. The more I see it, I'm actually really starting to love it. I know some people said they have ones that are a darker smoke than that, but honestly, I don't really mind. It's more like a grayish smoke, but it matches out pretty well. I know, it's growing on me. People ask me why I don't do smoke lights in the rear. To my knowledge, for the variants, all they came with was either this set here, which is the Ocean ones, the red and the clear. There's a red and an amber, and there's an all red. There never was, to my knowledge, a smoke bar on this model. I wish there was, because I would get it to have match the front. But I don't think there is. Now they do make the depot ones that they have. It's like red and then smoked, and they also make a dark red with clear and clear. The depot ones aren't my favorite. I much prefer the OEM style, but I don't think they ever made a smoke bar here with the smoke in the bottom. I wish they did. I mean, you can tint them, but I'm not the biggest fan of tinting for the smoke look. It's kind of like hazy, but for now, we got the smokes in the front. And it's looking pretty good. Also, my door pins for this car and my clear bumper lights arrived today, but I missed the post office, so go Monday and get those. Then we can see the clear to match the clear in the rear. And I think that'd be my favorite, but we'll have to see it on the car first. All right, so next up for today, we're gonna go through, take my new caliper, get it all torn apart, so piston out, seals out, and all the back pieces. That way, it's ready to go to powder coating. So easy enough, caliper fully disassembled, and then Connor will go through and tape off the spots that won't get painted, but this portion is done. I'll tell you what though, working with brand new calipers, this thing came apart so easy. Like this spun out literally zero effort. So nice. Said it before and I'll say it again. The wagon life is the best life. Everything fits in the wagon. Honestly, having a house full of parts is something that'll just never change here. So all the Mark II pieces are drying up here. I mean, they're pretty much already dry now, but let them sit overnight till tomorrow. And then bumpers over here. And now I wasn't gonna do it tonight, but trying to keep the daily videos going. So out to the garage and get the rest of Mark II taped off, and then possibly spray the fender flares tonight. Honestly though, it is way too cold outside, but the Mark II has to get done. It was raining a minute ago, but it's still kind of like misting. Honestly, it might start snowing. You can't see the camera, it's kind of close. Hopefully the snow stays away. But we got Mark II things to do. Shoot. Every time I look at this car, it just looks better and better. Wait till all the paint and trim pieces are back on. What a beautiful car. So, like I said, tonight the goal is to go through and get all these taped off. Just pull them forward, paper behind, and then probably spray them on the car. You can take them off, but this one's like falling off right now. There's only one like screw left. They put a new screw in it, but the rest of them all have the rivets in. So jack up the car, take the wheel off, drill them back out, and then either get new rivets or like hardware. But we just leave it on the car, pull them forward, tape it all off. Not really a big deal. The only issue is I am down, very, very sad. I am down to my final can of trim paint. I stocked up probably 2-3 months ago, and they've just been out of stock at the BX for a long time now. I had like 7 or 8 cans. I'm down to just one final can of trim paint. Very, very sad, but that should be enough to at least do the 4 fender flares. We have new side skirts coming. Shouldn't need to do those. I do want to pull the mirrors out at some point, do these. I don't know how the Mark II molding pulls off. Like on Miley, I pulled this off and painted it as well. But on this car, I'm sure it's similar, but I've never pulled it off before, so might leave that for right now. Yeah, just trying to get this car as done as possible, and hopefully to sunny Florida, because man, this car in the Florida sun, just cruising around South Florida, whew, gonna be so sweet. All right, we've got tape, whole bunch of paper. Let's get it. Well, obviously this side was super easy to do because there's no rivets. It just pops like that. You can fit all paper behind it. Very easy to do. The rest of them, I thought there'd be more play in the fender flare itself, being able to like kind of, you know, pull it forward, slide paper behind. Not so much. Definitely not so much. These OEM rivets are on there super good. So I think we're gonna go ahead and pull the jack out, jack up the car, pull off the wheels, and actually pull off all of the fender flares. You can see the rivets. There's one right there, and then there's 5 on the back wheel, I think. You can see them back inside there. You got one there, one there, one in the center, one here, and then one down at the bottom right there. Now, I know a lot of people say use the heat gun method, which it does kind of work. I don't necessarily like the heat gun method. It's very easy to actually burn the plastic and make it kind of bubble. But also, we already trim painted everything else, and the heat gun method does not match the black of the trim paint, which I prefer the black of the trim paint more. It's a little bit shinier than stock, but it's very close to OEM. So we've already started with the trim paint. We must finish with the trim paint, but jack it up, pull the wheels off. I'm gonna drill the rivets out. Later on, we'll come back, put new hardware back in, and it's, you know, take them off the car. I mean, it's a little bit more work now, but much easier to spray them. I was just hoping that these were gonna pull forward more than they did, but these ones are on there really good. Like there's no play at all in these things. I mean, good job Volkswagen for securing them well, but I was hoping this pair behind done, but not that easy. All right, so got the car jacked up, front wheels off. This car has the tiniest brakes I've ever seen. Granted, this car I think has 75 horsepower, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is a solid steel 239 front rotor, super small. We are doing new brake pads, new rotors. Later on, when this car probably gets the engine swap, we'll upgrade the brakes, but for right now, we just want to make it run reliable, safe, and that kind of stuff. I'm kind of surprised though. It's got a sway bar. Look at that. kind of cool. It's just so like simple. It's I mean, it's the same setup as a Mark III, 2 and 1 up top, but just very simple. Not bad. So this one only has one right here. You can see where it broke before. This one's broke. That one's broke. We probably just yanked it and popped all of the backside of the plastic off. But they put one new one here. So we'll drill that out. This one will come off, and then we'll go to each corner and drill them all out, and then flares are coming off. Moving right along, we got 3 down so far and 1 side skirt. Just the driver's side rear to do, and then we're done. Honestly, taking these off is super easy. I was just being lazy before, and honestly, taping them off on the car would have been way more work. Now having them off, it's easy to spray all around them and no overspray on the car, so much easier. Much easier. Look at these little drum brakes back here. Honestly though, and we showed before, this car is crazy clean underneath. Blows my mind. I had to go through here and get all this old 1990 dirt with like a rock now out of there, cleaned up a little bit, but not too bad. Like I said, we have one more flare to do, which is this one, and pull out that side skirt, and then we're good to go. And then she's pretty much all done for tonight. I don't think I'm gonna paint tonight because it's kind of cold. Maybe in the basement, we'll see. Side skirt number 2 is officially off. This one was held on entirely by screws. One there, one there, and one there. I mean, I know like the clips break and they don't stay on, but like just to send a screw straight through the side skirt into the body of the car, that is some commitment, I tell you what. But that one's off. Like I said, new one's on the way, not a big deal, but it just still sucks that they did that. Let me check and make sure. Well, I bet there are holes in the bottom of the car. There has to be. Let's see. Maybe they use the plastic. I don't even see the hole. Where's that? I don't see any of the holes. Am I just missing it? I don't know why I'm not seeing any of these holes. Or maybe because the car slants down like this, it probably actually didn't hit that at all. But in that case, what were the screws doing? I mean, this one back here went into this plastic for the fender. So, I mean, that was holding to that. But all the screws in the middle, I mean, I don't think they made contact at all or doing honestly anything. There's no holes in the body, which is good. There's no holes in the plastic that holds the side skirt, which is also good. And we got a win, boys. That's a pretty good win. They sent screws through, didn't even touch the car. That's a win, I'll take it. There she is, the last fender flare. Everything's off. I'm actually surprised on how good of shape these are. Only the driver's side one or the passenger side one had the brakes in the fender flare, but all these ones are like in perfect shape, which is pretty cool to see. So now, this is all of these, and what time is it? I think it's only, 9:14, still enough time. I think I might go downstairs, heat up the basement, and then do some painting for these tonight. So it has been a while since we've done any paint on here. I think the last thing was the Remus muffler with some trim paint, but the heater's on, the paint room's warming up, got the fender flares all laid out. Casey's actually at a friend's house. I'm gonna pick her up real fast, which means back road to the VR6 wagon. But when we get back, new life for these things. They're all white and faded, and that's just not gonna do. Just a nice cold start here. I promise the Remus is going on very soon. Very soon. not gonna lie, we are kind of low on gas, but quick little back roads run. Go pick up Casey. Not to go too hard because it is 40 degrees, but it was raining earlier a little bit, so we don't want to be in a ditch somewhere. That's not the move. I'm still so blown away at how good this car sounds being completely stock. I mean, there's no exhaust leak like you might think, but like bone stock 12 V6, and this thing just sounds so good. Like way more tone than I was expecting, honestly. Like that right there, about 3,000 RPM, so good. Like I said, we'll toss the Remus on hopefully sometime soon. Just been super busy, pretty much going every single day. Gotta find some time, get it mocked up. Gotta do a little cut down the Vortex rear lip, but it is what it is. And then we'll have even more VR6 sounds, which I'm really excited for. All right, we'll do a nice little this thing, man. I really do. I really do. This really is a super fun car to drive. All bone stock, nothing super crazy about it, but I don't know. Just puts a smile on my face. It sounds good. It's super comfy. I know everyone's gonna lower the car, and I want to lower it as well. But the stock suspension life, man, it's just, it's comfy. It's very comfy. Waking everybody up. All right, look at your car. Okay. I always get you falling over.
You don't get me.
Honestly, from here though, looks kind of like a Mark 1 on the front with no bumper. But yeah, yesterday this car was complete, fresh from Andy's, and now it's all types of pulled apart. And
for the like side skirts, were the clips broken or were they fine?
So on this one, they drilled holes to it, but thankfully how the rocker on the car is, it goes under so fast, the screws never make contact with the body, so there's no holes, so that's nice.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter because I ordered new ones.
Yeah, see that one?
Anyways,
that one's broken. I think they're all broken.
Wait, you didn't show my picture.
Oh yeah, so fancy.
It's called Da Vinci.
Oh yeah. This one's in better shape, but they're still broke off of there. Actually in the holder down there, so I have to pop them all out before the new one's gone. But the actual holder for the side skirts is good. Yeah, thankfully, no screw holes. Yeah, fender flares are off. We can paint those tonight. You just threw your phone. What's going on?
I don't know.
Okay, we're going inside. It's freezing out here. All right, so at this point, the basement should be decently warm. Yeah, not too bad. Enough for trim painting. So I'm gonna have 2 up here, probably do 2 on the floor, and then fix these things. No more crustiness. Casey's coming down. I'm gonna scare her. Watch this. We just gotta wait a second. Oh, I was gonna yell too.
I knew you were gonna do that.
I was gonna yell, but that was good enough. I was gonna scream, but I don't want you to like fall over and like hurt your leg again.
Yeah, I probably.
But I said you still jumped. It was worth it.
Ah,
Definitely worth it. So yeah, paint time.
you're hilarious.
I know. I try. Okay. Okay. Trim paint out here, working miracles on this tire plastic, looking brand new. So these will dry overnight, be done tomorrow with the rest of the plastics. All we're waiting for now is the side skirts to show up, And then all the trim pieces for the most part are done. Still want to do the roof weather stripping, got to try to pull it off, and then around the windowsills and that kind of stuff. But for the most part, like 95% of the trim pieces are all done. So we went ahead and ordered a rivet gun. That way we can put these back on properly. And then she's ordered a ton of parts for that car, which will all hopefully be here probably this coming up week. But with that, gonna end this video here, keeping the daily upload going. I'm trying my best to not miss any days, but we'll see how long it lasts. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.